Hey, the Breakmaster here, and this is gonna be my Blade anime episode 3 review. So let's just jump right into this, and I gotta say this episode is pretty good. It was pretty good. We get to see Blade's past and to how he's able to control the vampire inside him, and you know why he's hunting vampires and all that stuff. So yeah, we just basically go into the episode like this. Let's see, we were left off with Blade looked like he's about to get attacked by this old dude with a gun. He ends up shooting. The old dude was shooting. He ends up pulling his blade out, and doing all that fancy crap. But apparently, the old guy wasn't shooting at him. He was actually shooting at this vampire behind Blade, and Blade wasn't actually going to draw his sword at him. He was actually going to draw his sword at the vampire. So the old dude actually isn't just some ordinary old dude. This guy was a vampire hunter and is Blade's partner, and his name is Noah, or Noah D. Helsing or something like that. And yeah, he's a pretty good dude. And he's old and stuff, so he was there for Blade. He found him. Makes sense how I explain this, but yeah, Blade and him ended up having to go to the Philippines because that's where Deacon Frost is, and so they end up going to his boat to be able to go over there. And we end up seeing some new characters. You get to see I don't even know that guy's name. I haven't paid attention honestly, but it's the head captain of the ship, and he has like rules for the ship and everything. And his first rule was no girls allowed. And then Makoto has to come. I don't know where she came from. She just like came out of nowhere. So I'm coming for you, Blade. And I'm like, come on now. She's just going crazy. And just like, I understand that she wants some revenge. I mean, but at the same time, the dad was a vampire and you're gonna die. If you're a vampire hunter, you gotta go and do what you gotta do. You're a vampire hunter, not a punk. But yeah, and she's just like she's so obsessed with him. It's retarded. And she was all trying to go at Blade. Blade like ignored her. He's like, I'm coming at you, Blade. And Blade's like, do you got the stuff? And then the one's like, yeah. And then Blade ends up walking away, and and Makoto's like, you ain't gonna walk away from me. And then the people on the boat were like, nah, you ain't going anywhere, missing. And then she all Jack started beating the crap out of them. They all suck. Yeah. And the old dude had to come up in there, like, now you got to face me. Come on, make a move. And she trying to make a move, and then like went slow motion all of a sudden. And then she trips, and she's like, what the heck just happened? And he's like, I got him fast for old man. And it was pretty cool. He has some skills. That's how Blade learned that stuff, because he was basically his apprentice. And so yeah, they end up going. Noah ends up going through this treatment for Blade. But there's this serum thing that old dude made to be able to suppress the vampire within him, basically kind of negating all that bloodlust, to where he has to drink blood and stuff, so he negates all that. But and he's able to walk in the daylight. But yeah, he's a daywalker. But they end up. But when that happens, he's like basically kind of like useless, because he can't use his powers or vampire-ish powers or stuff like that, because that takes a lot out of him, because it hurts him, because it's taking part of his DNA away in some way. So yeah, so that ends up happening, and then he's all laying in the bed, just all hurt, just trying to mind his own business. And then the girl comes in there, Makoto comes in there, is like, there's a red dagger right there, and you're all looking at him like, stupid black guy. I was kidding. She didn't say all that. But then she ends up attacking him, and then Blade's like, boom, smacks that out of her hand. He's like, don't mess with me. Don't even say that. He was pretty angry. And then the girl ends up, Noah ends up coming and is like, how about we just go outside and talk? And so then we get to end up seeing Blade's past. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, we get to see Blade's past basically in this episode, and what basically happens is that after his mother died, he's basically fending for himself. So he ended up he's trying to find the guy that killed his mother, but he can't control the vampire inside him. So he ends up taking getting blood from other humans and killing them and whatnot. And he feels bad about it, but he can't die until he finds that man and kills him. So he has to keep moving on. He doesn't know how to control the vampire in him, so it just keeps happening. So one time he ends up hearing the scream, and he ends up going over there, and then he tries to save this woman. And he was doing it so far, but he ends up losing because the vampire started grabbing onto him, and then that's when what's his name came. Why I forget his name so quickly. Noah, that's his name. Yeah, we get to see Noah ends up coming, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you must be that one vampire." And then, oh, he didn't say that. I don't remember his name because he died. What's the point of remembering the vampire's name if they die so fast? But yeah, he ends up killing the vampire and all the other vampires. Well, some of them got away, but he killed most of the vampires. And then he ends up seeing seeing Blade, and then Blade ends up passing out. So then Blade wakes back up, and then he ends up noticing that he doesn't get burned by the sun. And he's like, so he must be a daywalker, and you're very unique and all that stuff. So then he ends up talking about, what he overheard of him saying. He's like, I'm sorry about killing all these people. You always saying sorry to the people you kill and everything. Why you do all that stuff? Why you save all these people, and why don't you do like this? And there's like different scenarios he kept saying to him to why, what you should do and what you could do and stuff. And he ends up telling him an option to be able to control the vampire within him because he made that serum. And then Blade ended up deciding to actually do it. And then when he did it, it was only like a 50-50 chance. He could have died from it, or he could have not died from it. Luckily, he didn't die from it, and now he's the ultimate warrior. Yeah. And he's like, then Noah's like, yes, he did make a miracle happen. And that's basically how Blade became Blade, and why he's fighting like this, and that's why he's so strong and everything, because of that man. And yeah, then we end up getting to see these flying vampires come, and their names Mandoguai or something like that. I can't remember what it says. It's very confusing. But they end up killing a lot. Not killing, but they got some of these the random people that was in that group. And then Blade ended up coming and trying to he ends up saving Makoto, which is weird. And then what's his name? Yeah, then Blade ends up saving her, and Blade ends up getting caught. And then Makoto has to end up trying to save Blade, and then Makoto and Noah ends up saving Blade. But then after all said and done, we're like, oh yeah, we actually did it, yay! And then Noah gets caught, and then but he's gone, God. And it's just like, what the heck now? I mean, really? So he's gone now, and now they need to go. They're still going to the Philippines, but I think that's what they're going to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they said that because they wanted to follow him. Not to mention that dog must have silver bullet kind of teeth or something, because he bit a vampire and ended up killing him. But yeah, it's going on too long. But this basically the whole episode. But go watch it because it's still a beast episode. A lot of fighting, a lot of good story that was going in this. You should watch it. And next episode is very, very interesting, but I won't say anything about that. Leave a comment, tell me what you think about this episode, and yeah, thumbs me up. Subscribe to my channel. It's in the Thabreakmasta. It's Blade anime episode 3 review. Breakout.